And happy Friday. Yes, it's time for Stock Market Neophytes. I'm your host, Johnny Neutral, and we have Gary Slim Trader live in the house from Orlando, Florida, or as we like to refer to Orlando as the old dude in Florida or Old Dominion Freightliner.
Man, it's hot down here. How's it in Indiana?
Today was the weather this morning was about 60, 65, no wind, sun coming up. It's like perfect. But we have like 3 days of an entire year that weather's perfect, and we've already burned up one of them. Can't wait for it to get going. So, but yeah, that's what we do. We get home, we talk about the weather and our doctor's appointments. Do you have any doctor's appointments this week?
Oh yeah, let's talk. Well, we're at that age where we can talk about all our ailments.
Yeah. So your hips are good now. So what's wrong with you this time?
Oh, well, nothing.
What isn't wrong?
Yeah,
nothing.
What ain't wrong?
I'm good too, man. I started riding the bike again. Starting a Wednesday Worlds ride around the airport. It's going to be awesome. See how many people show up for that. So, 2 laps around our airport is 20.7 miles, and I've been trying to cut my time. I was at about an hour and 12, then I got to 10, and then 8, and then a couple of days ago I got 7. But last night I rode an hour and 5, so it's coming down. My goal is to be under an hour before all.
How many times a week you doing that?
I did it 3 times this week. Well, actually, I did a group ride on Monday, which I made it halfway through. I'm in bad shape. And these are people that I used to drop on the ride, so they got to laughing a little bit when I had to quit. So it was.
That's funny you say that. I'm so close to taking my bikes down off the rack and waxing them up and getting them ready and get back on it. So
the hard part. Hey, and I looked at short-term rentals for next year near the Orlando area for January and February. So, you may really get tired of me by the time I stay there. So for a couple, we'll see. I got Lisa talked into it. So
nice.
Where the iron's hard. But anyway, we got to do is we got to, between now and January, I got to make some really good investments here so we can pay for this thing,
Well, let's talk about that. We got a good show for today. Man, this is a good week.
Sorry to interrupt you, Gary, but Spiro sent me a text message. Our one viewer says he can't watch the show. He's got a conference call today. So, he'll catch it later for sure. So let's get us in the right spots here. There we go. There we go. Dave. Who's Dave? We got a sponsor now?
Dave is a crazy. Yeah. Dave's back.
so today, I think we got a third guy on the show. You got to run this by management or something.
Yeah, sorry.
So what we have today is we're going to have, you see all these little candles on there. So we had a semi discussion about what those meant and everything. But actually, I got a little prop today. I got a little a video that'll explain that to us. So we'll play that a little bit later. But let's get going into what we got here. What's up with? What do you want to start with? You want to start with the Johnny 5? You think I'm still going to be king, or am I getting dethroned?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well, bring up the gold, son. Bring up the gold. Trump's
You're
gold.
in big trouble.
I'm in big trouble.
Gold, baby. Here we go. Going on the gold.
Oh, is it bad? It's probably good, I think. I mean, it's up.
Man, this HIMS stock is just crazy.
Oh, it's HIMS.
It's it's for HIMS. You ever heard of HIMS?
Is that that wiener thing that makes your wiener stand up?
Yeah, it's your ED.
I thought that's what you sang in church. There's a big. We're going to sing some hymns today. No, that's not quite. Everybody's got to rise.
I think that's HI instead of HI. Hey, okay. Last week gold was neither one of us got this. Was 32.42, 3,242. Okay. And I thought it'd be around 31.80. You thought it'd be around 31.75. Yeah, and actually way up to 33.51.
Okay. So, wow. Well, and it's just crazy what happens in a week. So you're up $5. That's why I'm glad I didn't pick too far below what you picked, because I didn't want to lose right out of the gate. Usually you get me for at least a couple hundred on the gold.
And, like everything else, I'm really surprised gold went up with
prices coming down. Yeah. It just sinks. So later on, when I play this thing about the candles, you'll realize where that came from, and one of the things is it's based on emotion. This candle theory was based on not only the supply and demand, but emotion. So maybe it's a social thing.
Yeah. Well, cool. I can't wait. That's exciting. All right, let's do DJT.
We'll play after we do the after I win the Johnny 5 again. We'll play the clip.
Okay. Last week DJT, which is Trump Media, was $25.64. I thought it'd be around 27, and you said 23. So it hasn't moved much. It's trading at 25.07.
So what's that? So we're going to call that 25.
We both lost $2 on this.
Yeah, that's so we split down the middle. That's what you better hope for on Bitcoin.
Bitcoin's where that's going to be terrible. Okay, OD, old dude in Florida.
Old Dominion Freightliner, baby.
Yeah, I can't
believe
this one. Last week it was trading at $159.95. This week it's trading at $157.97.
And you're getting me good. You're up to plus 10 now.
Yeah, I know, but we both thought it'd be
that
up.
Went down. See, that's
Let me
weird.
see. Let me run a 10-day chart. Did it go up? Well, it went up to 161.
Yeah, that's not even. That's
I thought with gas prices coming down, this would really help this stock. But
nope. I think the market in general, it goes with it. And I think the market in general was down. Now, it is going to be interesting when we look at the 8-ball picks. I did look at the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones yesterday, and the 8-ball would have been right. Which, remember, we said the 8-ball says that the NASDAQ's going to be down and the Dow Jones was going to be up. And I'm like, wow, let's do the show today. But that's not how it works. We'll get to that after this.
we ought to maybe come up with 8 balls, kind of like golfers have balls, the pro ball.
Oh, golfers. Yeah, come up with our own. And
they give it away. We could give an 8-ball away 1 month.
Yeah, well, we have to call it the 5-ball. Let's call it the 5-ball. How about that? Because we got the 5-ball index. I don't know. People.
Okay. Well, hey, what? I'll let you name it. It's your ball.
Okay, I'm gonna take my ball and go home.
Right. Okay, Boyle. We're gonna hit Boyle right now.
This one.
And
you are crushing the only thing that's gonna save me is Bitcoin. The only thing is gonna look how close you are on Boyle.
Man, last week it was trading at $63.88. I said it'd be 69. We just rounded these off.
Yeah.
And you said 58. Oh,
you got me by 11. You're up plus 22.
Yeah.
And man, you're close. That thing, it's been going up all day too. Trust me. I've been watching this one because I got the other side of it, the cold.
I know. I watched the pre-market. I almost got it, kind of went in it, but I thought, well, let me see.
I don't feel like ruining my Friday.
Look at this chart, just 10 days, man.
Oh, it looked like it was going to the seller, and it's going back to the trend that it does during the
70.
Warmer months.
It gets a little higher, almost shorted.
Yeah, right? That one is definitely the pinball machine of the market. There's some pumping and dumping and everything else going on in that one.
They don't want you to make any money. I mean, they'll take it up 8 points, they'll bring it down 10 and back up 6. If you're long, I mean, you're in watching it or short in watching it, they make you scared.
Yeah, I'm not watching it.
We'll move on to Bitcoin. I think you'll be really happy on this Bitcoin one.
Okay, let's see it.
All right. Well, before I show you, last week it was trading at 98,315.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And this week it's trading at 103.
Holy cow! You beat me on every single one except one. Wow, that's what I get for.
And we split on that one.
Not really. I was at 96, so you beat me by 5,000.
No, I mean we split on the one that we tied, you know.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
really
like,
bad this week.
Yeah, you broke.
Oh, I beat you way worse than you beat me last.
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, this could be the biggest beat. This is almost as bad as the Pacers beating the Cleveland Cavaliers 2-0 in the game.
I can hear that goal wimping already, man. He's ready for you.
I deserve.
He's putting his saddle on.
You got 103, so that's wild.
I guessed 101. You guessed 96,000. I guessed 101.
101, and it was 103. So you were 2,000 low, but I was like at 7,000 low, whatever. A lot low. So you win. You win. It's the Gary 5 for next week. It's crazy. Yeah. I hate to lose, but I guess I deserve it on that. So let's go to cold real quick, which would have been our tiebreaker if it's even close. And it looks like you pretty much got that one under control too.
Yeah, cold last week was wow, man. Cold last week was $22.30. I guessed it would be $19.80. You guessed it'd be $27.27.
That's another lose for me there. I got the 17 right.
$7.
That's that. But you were the boil and cold king. You were heat miser and Mr. Freeze all in the one. All the one there. Yeah, just keep rubbing it in. And I think you're probably
so good. Now I know how you felt last week.
A little bit. Well, there's still some more to go. I think I swept them all last week, if I remember right. So let's do this. We've been teasing you with the candles. Let's see if I can't make this candle thing work here. Bear with me. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Got to go to this. And let's see. There it is.
Candlestick charts are used by traders to determine possible price movements based on past patterns. Candlesticks are generated by up and down movements in price. While these movements can seem random, traders use them to forecast the price's short-term direction. The concept originated in the 1700s when a Japanese man named Hama Monahisa discovered that while supply and demand determined the cost of rice, the markets were also influenced by emotion. Candlesticks show that emotions representing the size of price moves with different colors. A down candle is often shaded red, and up candles are often shaded green, although these colors can be altered in a trading platform. The daily candlestick is helpful because it goes for price points.
Was that the Chinaman? Did he sneeze?
And the closing price.
No, I blocked it.
The candlestick also has a wide part, which is called the real body. The real body represents the price range between the open and close of that day's trading. When the real body is filled in, it means the close was lower than the open. If it is empty, that means the close was higher. There are many candlestick patterns. Bullish patterns indicate that the price is likely to rise, while bearish patterns indicate that the price could fall. Many algorithms are based on the same price information shown in candlestick charts. But no pattern works all the time, and candlesticks represent tendencies in price movement, not guarantees.
Okay, well.
All right, yeah. What do you think about that business? Hold on, we got the next thing on here. I got to make it go away. There we go. Yeah, and when you're producing the show and on the show, gets a little. Sometimes it gets like that. Hold on, we got to bring our.
Well, John, I'll ask you, what'd you learn out of that? Anything? I mean,
yeah, I did. I mean, after the what you had explained to me before, I realized that you look at this chart here, you see where it's open, that means it's going up, and when it's filled in, it's going down, which makes sense because red is down. But you don't see a lot of the red ones don't have an open box, but the green ones do because they're rising higher. So, but yeah, it's interesting. It's just a matter of sometimes they sell really quick, and sometimes they have to go a longer range in between the selling. So the fatter the bar,
this is a 5-minute candle. They didn't say what candle
they did
time frame.
They said per day. That's what he was sort of
a day
at the open and the close. So that was a 1 day.
Okay, so here's right now you're looking at a 5-minute candle from market opening to where we're at right now. Okay. And then if you want to look at a 30-minute candle, this is a 30-minute candle. They're, you can see how would you trade this? You can't trade a 30-minute candle. You wouldn't know which way it's going, right?
No, it just, well, and the thickness of that bar shows you what range it was in. I mean, some of them like that one there towards the middle, a lot of that middle stuff is, boom, they sold whatever they sold. It was all in a short range. So I did learn some of that, what those mean, more in, but as far as predicting, you heard him say algorithms and computers are going to be, they're way more attentive than my pea-sized ADHD brain. I can't pay attention to that much stuff at a time.
My favorite for day trading is the 1 day, 1 minute, which is this one. Okay, here's 1 day, 1 minute, the full day on cold anyway.
Yeah. Now look at that.
I mean, if you looked at this, and then the other one that I'll kind of confirm before I make a trade, I can do a 2 minute and see if it confirms what I think. Because think about it. You got 1 minute of a candle as compared to 2 minutes. So if you had, an extra minute to confirm, but there is that point where you can go longer and then get into the 5 minute, and then you get confused.
Yeah.
So
it is. You got to see where you got to be. I guess present in your own in that own time frame because. You put down a 2 minute, a 1 minute, a 3 minute, or a month or whatever. It's all hard to figure out what the trend is because I think it goes back to that part where he says, "Oh, it's on emotion." I mean, it's on some of these big traders. You look at the volume of some of those trades. There's quite a bit of volume in some of those trades, and they have a wide range of sometimes 20, 30 cents before they get filled, and others are right on it. So
you've asked me before see this is a 2 minute candle. See that arrow?
Yeah.
Okay. That is the relative strength index, and that is a chart indicator that follows a trend. Okay. So it comes down here, it's hidden. And it comes down there. I developed this, or you can change it.
Oh, to fit what you want, what you need, right?
Yeah, you can change it. I've made it usually is 80%, 20%. If a stock has an 80% move in that day, as this charts it, when it then it will, if it makes a turn, then it will develop a green arrow for up or a red arrow for down.
Okay? Yeah, and that's a good example because you have both right there.
Have both right there, but that's on a 2 minute chart. See, look at this. Let's see if this confirms on a 1 minute. Well, darn, I'd like to show you, but it doesn't. It's totally different.
Yeah, it is. It's the opposite.
Yeah.
Well, it only take one of the minutes had one of the variables in it. And
for instance, if I wanted to make a trade here, I could have got in this trade at 20.48. Let's see, at $20.48.
You do it short, right there.
Yeah, short. Actually, the 2 minute looks pretty good too. So that would have been a good trade. That would have confirmed because I could have got in there at $20.44. So I'd only been 4 cents.
Yeah, it looks like you could have done it twice. You could have got it. You could have got in there and sold it short, then sold it back again, then done it again, and then back again. It looks like it's going back up.
But these don't always work. I mean, this follows the market, and there'll be a lot of times you'll see an arrow based on previous trading, and then it'll go through that arrow. So that's the reason you have to put a stop loss if you're, day trading. So.
Yeah, that's because if I was the day I bought the cold at 27, I was thinking, oh, this thing's going down, but it's going to bounce back up. No, it just kept on going down, and it's like, oh well, now I'm just holding on. I'll wait till it goes back up because it will go back up to probably 30 or higher at some point. So, but if I was a day trader, I would have no product. I'm done. So, but I'm not. So I just sold or wait and hope it goes back up in a shorter time than it was. So, But yeah, so that explains a lot of stuff. And I trade, I do some things with the just the basic Schwab account. Just the peasants get, not the think or swim stuff.
Right.
And so that's where sometimes it's easier to trade on that than it is on the think or swim. Now this platform that you're showing, that thing is detailed. You can move stuff around super easy. But I trade once, 2 times a week. It's not a big deal for me. So
no.
So it's like, it just depends on what you need. But this can give you a pretty good idea. And this reacts quicker than the other. Their standard.
Oh yeah, this is real time. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and go to the 8 ball and see how it did. I have the I have the Dow Jones. It's looking pretty. Oh man, the Dow Jones is down.
Last week it was what, 30,348.
Yep. It is 41,265 right now. So maybe we should do it later in the show because it's about 80 down, maybe. No, yeah, about that.
Yeah.
And then what do you got for the NASDAQ?
But the 8 ball said up, right?
Yeah, I did say up.
Yeah,
it said up. So it's
NASDAQ. The 8 ball got this one right because last week it was 20,242.
Yeah,
and now it's 20,114.
So it was that close to being right. Like I said, it's down 106 today. So if we would have started our show at the bell, and maybe we'll revisit it. It still looks like it's going down even farther, though. But I don't know what kind of news is going on. But
the tariff news Monday will be. I bet the market will probably be up 500 points because they're going to make a deal with China over the weekend.
Oh, is that your ear to the ground stuff? Yeah, and that usually happens on the news shows on Sunday, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the reason they're taking it down today. They're trying to get everybody to sell into them so they can, get the.
They want the gloom and doom so they can have their.
They want to own it all when the market and then sell it off Monday. So. Well, you know what? If there's too many short sellers, there's not enough long buyers, right? You got to have both to make it go. And you want to buy low and do what?
They sell high.
Yeah.
Today's the day to buy, right? So speaking of buying, so the 8 balls, it's only missed one time since we've done this, and that's just a near miss on that. On that, I mean, it's like I said, we can wait around. That's still going down.
Well, a couple hours earlier, let me see here.
We only needed 80 points.
Yeah, let me look at. I'll show you. Yeah,
it's
our
fault.
It was there. It was there. Look.
Oh wow, there. Yeah, it was so.
Now, last week I said it was. Well, no, it's that's still 2173. So you'd have to go into yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday it was up 300 or something like that.
Yeah, 2337. So
that's the NASDAQ. What about the Dow?
I don't. You'd have to look at that.
I got the Dow. Okay, well, yeah, the Dow was like I said, it's down 107 now, and we needed 80. So it barely got squeaked out. But anyway, 8 ball, nice try. We will forgive you because you've been more right than we've been. Some of the stuff. So, and then we're gonna develop our own 5 ball.
We ought to tape that 8 ball to the wall and sell it for like a couple $1 million.
Yeah, let's see. It is better than Morgan Stanley. That's
they sold a banana tape to the wall for what, 10 million or something?
Oh yeah, that's. Well, my theory on that is people buy art because they like the artist, not the art. So that's what.
Well, it's the art that keeps on giving. Once it spoils, you can put a new one on there. So.
Yep. So let's see. Let's go through your pick first.
Okay.
And you did pick old dude in Florida.
I know.
Let's see. Ooh, wait a second. Oh no, you're gonna be.
Okay. Hey, I got good news. We picked PSQH, right? And I've been saying that I'm going to hold that for long term.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's you want to go to those. We got my long term is NNDM Nano Dimensions.
Well, you want to do long term last?
Yeah, let's do it last. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Last.
Okay.
Very so good. You don't have them in your picks. You just have
I have. Okay, yeah.
Nevada I had it and AEIS.
I had it written down. So we'll do old.
I got it written down too.
Old dude in Florida last week was 160.13. I thought it'd be around 158. You said 164. It's at 157.9. I missed it by 10 cents.
Oh my gosh. So we call it 158. So you hit it right on the nose. I'm -6. Ay, caramba. Okay, wow. Maybe NVIDIA will bring me whole.
Yeah, what's NVIDIA doing? So
yeah, if it does, I'll be up by 2 if it's below 108.
NVIDIA last week was 114.86.
Oh my gosh.
I said it'd be 116.
And it's 116.
You said 108.
Good.
Is that crazy? What is going on here?
You're shutting me out like I shut you out last week. That's what I get, right? For being smart. That's what I get.
I got the adrenaline going. You kind of ticked me off, man.
Yeah, you were the tail between your legs. So you got 8 more on me. So you got 14. You're up. I'm down 14 points. Can NEIS get it done for me? No, I can't.
All right. AEIS. I haven't even looked at this stuff. I was trading it.
Well, it doesn't matter. You probably got it right.
Look at that.
And you did. Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is crazy. Wow. Last week it was 113.66. I said it'd be 111. It is 111.03.
Caramba.
Is that crazy?
You picked I'm going to give you a perfect score on that. That is
it's between it. It's at 111 right now.
You've got to. Hey, remember when we did that? When you make the Nostradamus call, that's what you're in the club. You've done it before. You did it with gold before, or one of those.
Yeah. No, the banks.
You're a 2-time All-Star Hall of Famer in the Nostradamus pick the stock on the nose thing. Look at that. It's still there.
It's just holding right there.
It's holding right there. Just
they're listening to me.
So you basically, there's no way I could win. There's no way I could win because you at the most your old dude in Florida pick was just 20 cents off. I mean, come on, you could do better next year.
Right.
All right. Well, you got me. Oh, I'm 0-2, like the Cavaliers against the Pacers. You're the Pacers. I'm the Cavaliers. Let's see if I'm going to win in Game 3.
All right.
AGI. Oh,
last week was $24.86. I said it'd be 24. You said 25. So you got me there.
I'm off to a good start here. The Cavaliers are winning in the first quarter.
Yeah.
All right, Silva. Oh, I think I'm going to get a little bit more back here too. Maybe.
Last week, Silva was $77.11. I said 75. You said 79 as our prediction.
And it's 78. So wow. I get 2 more plus 3. Can I hold on? The Cavaliers are leading at halftime. Cavaliers are leaving at halftime. Wow. What's Tesla going to do? Tesla's, I think I'm going to lose. Tesla's going to attack me.
I don't think so. Let me see.
Well, you said 284, so.
I
got to get you.
Tesla last week was 291.68. I said 284. You said 303. So
and it's 297. So let's see. It's 7-3. I'm -6, and you're minus a bunch. Yay! The Cavaliers win, which is bad for the Pacers, but
I made it all the way up to 307 today. Darn,
really?
I was watching.
I got. So what you're trying to say is I got 1 pick out of pretty much 9 or more. But
if we just started the show at 11:17, you'd have been right on.
Huh. Well, what's making Tesla go up so like that and then down back again? Look at you.
Kathy Woods came on CNBC this morning and said that by the year 2030, Tesla will be $2,600.
Okay, well, that'll make you a red and a green bar, won't it?
Yeah, It's up 12 now. And so
It's
it was
going
up
like
22.
man, they trade that like those are some high dollar traders there. Well, maybe with you did so well on your picks this week, you may be the new Kathy Woods. You know,
Gary.
she'll be calling you right after lunch. I'm sure of it. Say, hey, Gary, I want you on my team. I saw the work you've done.
Hey, you got our banner going?
Oh no, I could do that. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, probably be a good idea. Yeah.
I don't think we've given any advice, so
no, we're not. This is all for entertainment purposes only.
We've been
we don't tell you to buy or sell or hold or whatever else you do.
Well, in your case, Gary, the only reason they'd sue us is because if they made too much money. You called it right to the T. Now like, they might come after me for my bad picks, but
I'm so used to losing money, but I listened to him this time and made a bunch of money.
Yeah, now I got to sue him.
Yeah,
because whatever, because he wears that funny hat and that shirt offends me.
I know.
It looks like you're having too much fun, old dude in Florida. Like come on, all of it, sue away. Okay, let's go to our long picks here. So
our long picks.
We'll do on we made those picks on 5/2/25. That's the record on the record. So NNDM is mine. So NNDM.
Got it.
Nano dimensions, and you're gonna laugh.
All right. Well, it hasn't changed much. It's last week is $1.65. It's $1.65 right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it actually came up 7 yesterday. It was down to that. So this one week we're gonna come on this show, and that thing's gonna be $4.82. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's gonna be next week though. But it's going to be something. Now let's go to your Pasquale's. Actually, I went to Pasquale's yesterday they have a pizza buffet there. I met with
man, that sounds I miss that place.
Oh yeah,
all right. Good. PSQH is my long-term hold.
Yep.
And I didn't get to buy any more. I have 4,000 shares. Oh wow!
What?
Yeah.
217.
Yeah.
I cracky.
And so it's 185.
No, it's
217.
217, but it went up to 230 something.
Went to 230. Yeah.
What happened there? Look at all that volume too. Something happened.
Oh yeah, look at this right here, man.
Yeah, right there. Somebody sold a bunch of stuff.
Well, it's only 24,000. Oh wait. Oh, 80,000. Wow.
Yeah, but look how long it took them to get rid of it though. It's a big bar there.
Yeah.
It really went down. So just chasing that down. But that's
but anyway, I'm happy.
So you're making a couple dollars on that one.
Right. Yeah.
And then I think that's that's going to be a $5 stock. It just win. It's which we just got done talking about Tesla and all that, these big high dollars, and we're down here messing with $2 stocks. But that's how we roll, man. We like Bush Light.
And the reason, if anybody's listening, I guess we should, you can talk about your stock, but I'll talk about mine as to why we own it. Donald Trump became board of director. On this day right here, they appointed him.
Yep.
On 11/29/24, shot all the way up to 7. Well, it's been coming all the way back. And I thought,
man, it's all the way back too, isn't it?
Oh man, yeah.
That's Donald Trump Jr. He's not performing.
I think with Trump getting to be president and everything, I thought I'm gonna buy at least 10,000 shares, but it didn't get down to where I wanted to, keep it.
Yeah, now we gotta wait. Well, it's funny how they all jump up like that, and then it sort of fizzles off. They always seem to plane out.
Right.
And it's generally a certain segment that it'll do it on. So, well, you're beating me on that too. I got my 1 victory out of 3. So,
all right,
it's going to be fun. So let's go ahead and we'll save the Gary 5 for last. Let's go ahead and do our picks for this week. I've actually pre-made my picks. I did some homework. Actually, I had that clip, and I picked my picks, and none of them are the same we've ever done before. So they're all bigger companies. I picked 3 big companies.
Well, let's do yours first then.
Well, okay, let's pull up Caterpillar, CAT, the Gato.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, no, not deer, not deer. John Deere is the same as Caterpillar. They're
yeah. So you're doing cat?
Yep, cat. I'm doing cat.
All right, cat is 3. We'll just round it off. 324.
324. Yeah, that's I picked some bigger ones because they seem to move more. This one goes up and down $4, $5, $6 a
well,
day.
You got a new one here. Let's run a year chart on this, see what this thing has done.
Yeah, look at that. It was been at 418 and down to 267. You don't think there's going to be some movement there. And their dividend, I think they paid their dividend was $1.14. So, that's, every quarter. It's not bad, but for a stock that's $324, you could do
but
a lot better with Silvo.
John, my question to you is, where is this going to be next Friday?
All right. Because we got the rule. I get to pick first on mine, and you got to pick first on yours. Right. I'm going to say, I'm going to go with 333 in honor of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. See, I have my shirt on, Indianapolis Speedway. See?
Oh, nice.
Wing and wheel, everything. Yeah. So I'm going to go with 333. 333. So what do you say?
Who drives 333? Anybody?
I don't think they go that high on the numbers. They got 90s. I think there's some in the 90s.
AJ Smears?
Yeah, AJ Mears.
Yeah.
He hit the wall. Smeared it. Tire went
okay,
up.
I think Caterpillar, they make, what do? They make
bulldozers. They make bulldozers, heavy equipment.
Heavy equipment.
Oh, yeah.
And all that. And rates are where they're at. Let's see. I think it's going to be more like, I'll go 318. I'll do 310.
Wow, there's a big number difference there. But this one, you can see it going. All right, now here, I'm going to do one. Donald Trump will be proud of my pick here. I'm going to do McDonald's, MCD.
McDonald's has been on a tear.
Yeah, they McRib's back.
McDonald's is trading at 312.
Yep, 312. So I tried to
run a year chart on that bad boy. Okay.
It could be 243 or 326. It's rolling. It's up at a high.
Yeah. In 3 years, there's a 3-year high right there at 326.
Yeah. Well, it's like people are eating McDonald's, right? I had a fish sandwich today in honor of my Catholic friends and the new Pope. I always try to get a fish sandwich at McDonald's on Friday for my Catholic friends because, they like to eat the fish on the Friday and all that stuff. So, and we got a new Pope. What do you think about that?
Oh, and he's American.
Well, sort of. I mean, he's from
Chicago
and Peru, and they said he's a citizen of the world. What's that verse? Jesus, foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. So maybe this guy's like that. He's going to be a gypsy pope. Going to go around and service the whole world. We'll see. They always start out with such high expectations, and then they sort of get old and die. That's what I've noticed over the years. I don't know if they've even had a good one since John Paul, the first or the second or whatever. And then he had to change his name to Leo. I don't know what that means. He seems pretty docile to be considered Leo, like the Leo the lion. So
I don't know if he plays golf.
He didn't look like he got much time for the golf. And that's the thing about priests. I'll tell you what.
You know what I heard? This tidbit that if you say like Trump's name like 3 to 5 times or something, they pick up on it and kind of research it. So I was thinking, we ought to say Trump, 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 Trump. We want to play golf with you,
Yeah, and then maybe if we mention it, like there's one time and there's two. See, we put the thing out there. Golf challenge, Trump and Vance. Trump and Vance, Trump and Vance versus the stock market neophytes. They won't. I'll put it up there 3 times. It's like Beetlejuice. Is that what you're trying to say? It's like Beetlejuice. Like we'll put it up there a bunch of times. And the algorithm will pick it up and we'll get a call. And I could help Trump out.
Well, you've been to the movies, right? They can hear what we're saying right now.
Oh yeah, on my phone, everything. I mean,
Oh,
I'll talk about a chainsaw. Oh, I need some limbs in my yard, and then I'll have 5 things on my phone about chainsaws for sale. I was like,
yeah.
okay, I don't mind either. I think it's sort of convenient. If you're
I'll
talking
talk about
something-
all my ailments, and I'll have 5 things of Advil pop up on.
Oh yeah, they probably keep you on speed dial for Advil. we know who you are. We're gonna do that.
But anyway, Trump, Vance, come on.
Yeah, let's
We'll
go.
take
We
it
can
on,
play.
man.
You got time now with all these tariffs and everything going on. You can.
Yeah.
We could play with Biden, but boy, he seems pretty
Ooh.
feeble. I don't know.
I wonder if Sleepy Joe's seen any of this stuff that's going on.
Well, don't mention his name more than once because I don't want him coming after us.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
That's the reason I said.
But I will post the Trump Vance golf challenge in just to get it out there.
Okay, well, I got a question for you. Where is McDonald's going to be next Friday?
Yeah, thanks for bringing us back. We got a little bit down in the weeds playing golf. I think we were looking for my ball or something on that one. So I'm going to go with 308. I knew that's what you were going to say.
Oh, darn. You took mine.
I know. I could just read your mind on that one.
326 McDonald's. Why would McDonald's go higher? I mean,
it's already down.
Their food sucks. I'm telling you, man. I don't eat there, but I did have a Big Mac about a month ago, and it's like, are you kidding me? They just throw them things together.
Yeah, the buns are funky on them. The fish sandwich is still good.
When I was working, I used to eat them Big Macs all the time, and it's like, man, they were good.
Yeah,
that sandwich sucks. So I'm going to say it's going to be at the 2.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, 292.
That is. You really hate that Big Mac.
I don't. I hate.
Well, and also it depends on what McDonald's you go to because there's several of them around Indianapolis, and I know which ones to go to and which ones not. And it's funny because I have the McDonald's app, and the prices are different at each McDonald's. So there's.
Well, that's something that we don't need to talk about. But actually, have you been to KFC lately? That sucks.
I'm not. It's they're part of Yum, which is. Taco Bell, there's a big conglomerate of those. And I think they're Chinese owned, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, it's like, what are they doing to all this fast food? It's nothing like it tastes.
It's poison. It's poison. Pull up Yum real quick. Pull up YUM.
I used to trade that.
Yeah. Let's see what it's doing. So it's put us out. How long is that one? Is that that's a 5 minute?
That's a day.
Do a year.
Here's a year. There's a year. Well, it followed McDonald's. That's probably here's a 3-year chart. Yeah, it's recently hit a high.
Yeah, I think that was our mobile society.
And right there, 165. Man.
Yeah, that's wild. So we're not doing them. But they're same as McDonald's basically. Fast food is fast food. So
what's your other stock, John?
All right, I got United Healthcare, UNH. United. So you see a thing there. So you got the caterpillar is the backhoe that digs your grave. McDonald's, you eat it, it puts you in the grave, and then United Healthcare takes care of you on your way to the grave. So that's how I made my picks this week. I know that I put way too much thought into this, and I probably should be fired from the show for trying.
Wow.
So
United Health.
Woo, its health is not good.
Is 379. And let's do a year chart on this. It's in the news a lot. I know that.
Well, there's
look at that.
What happened on that day? Somebody died. The CEO died or something.
Yeah, the CEO got murdered.
Yeah, he got. Oh, is that when it did happen?
Yeah, right here. Yeah,
that is right. That's when that dude. I didn't even consider that. See, the McDonald's didn't get him. Yeah. That goofy Luigi or whatever his name was, the guy from Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
he thought it was
proud of it, and they're making a movie about it. Yeah.
The thing is, like, who could support somebody for? He's got a big fan club. These are the same people that want death to corporations, and I get it. Corporations are heartless, bottom line, bottom feeder type people, but unfortunately, that's what makes the world go around. We got too many people to take care of without corporations. You just can't do it. So,
well, we're just a little guy out here. Who knows
who's doing what?
What really happened? Who may have hired a guy to kill him? I mean, you never know.
That thing it's got a serious downward trend going on it.
So where do you think it's going to be?
I'm going to go with 381. I think it's going to go down a little bit, but by the time next Friday comes around, it's going to go up 2 points.
My goodness, that's a 3-year chart. It is hitting lows.
Yeah.
Low. How low will it go?
It looks like it ain't done yet.
I know. Wow.
So when's earnings come out? What's the date on earnings?
Okay, let me run up. It may have probably already had earnings.
That's what got
I
it.
don't see them.
No.
Oh, yeah, 20 days ago.
Yeah. Look, it must not have been very good.
No.
The red candle just is filled with blood.
Yeah, it was 591. Earnings came out, and it came all the way down to 458. So 50-point drop.
the last didn't come back positive on that. They found something there. It was low on red blood cells or something. So I said
right,
381.
So what did you give me a price?
Yeah, 381. Come on.
Oh, 381. Okay.
Come on, let's go.
So you think it's going to go up? All right. I think next Friday it's going to be 402.
Man, this is going to be another epic battle on my turf. But I've at least fought you up on my picks this week. So let's see what's Gary going to go with this week.
Okay, so that's your 3, huh?
Yep. Oh, you want to do the 8-ball and the NASDAQ and things in between, or you want to wait till after yours?
Yeah, we'll do it after mine.
Okay, because I see you're focused. You're ready to go. You got it all together.
Well, I didn't pick them based on my, body and nutrition. And
like mine has a theme. That's a pretty good theme, though, isn't it? The backhoe digs the grave.
Digging a grave.
Yeah,
but we could go intelligent wise. I got a crazy stock here. Just kind of keep an eye on. It's called Dave.
Oh yeah, that was what disabled veterans.
Yeah, it's Dave, and it went up 20. Let me see. Let me show you this. Look at that.
Oh, man!
Based on earnings, I'll do a whole 3-year stock on this thing. Look at that.
Well, it started
went all the way down to $4, and then kind of took off, came up, went back down. So yesterday, or 5 days ago, or 2 days ago, it had earnings. So it came up. It went from 113 all the way up to 152. It was up 40 points.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
On that amount of
yeah.
So it's at 160. Is that the one that's at 160?
Yeah, it's at 160 right now.
Okay,
and,
let's see if I'll see if there's any news.
Roundup.
What do they do? Are they they're consumer finance.
Yeah.
But here's one. B. Riley adjusts Dave price target to 206 from 142. Maintains buy rating. So are they financing Roundup or something?
How would you like to have owned this and wake up to a 40 point to the good? That'd make your day, wouldn't it?
Yeah. If you would have told us this last Friday, as hot as you were, that would mean something. But
buy Dave today. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to call it Dave is at 160 basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got to pick first on this one.
Well, yeah, I got a short sell posted right now of only 100 shares at 161.88. It's up $6.82 more cents today.
And then, but you caught it on the high spot, and then you're riding it down a little bit. So now, look, you're making money right now. It's already at 159.55.
I did short it. Only made $74 before the show, but
so you got out of it?
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's crazy.
Yeah, I can see that. The candles are burning at both ends.
RSI said it'd go down here, but it's coming back up. I mean, so that's what I'm saying. That's not always right, for sure. I mean, if it was always right, everybody'd get rich, right? So.
Yeah, if it was always right, there wouldn't be right. So
Yeah.
that's what I say. So what do you think it's going to be?
Well, I think next Friday it's going to be 174.
Man, 174. You're putting 14 points on that thing.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going with 164. I think 164. I think you're being a little bit too generous with that there thing. So
all right. Then, yeah, we're going to do this one. Is popped up today. I don't know what in the world is going on.
Is that W bum?
W buy.
Oh, I thought that. Oh, I thought it was W bum. You bum
is trading at let's say. Are we going to round them off? I mean, let's say it's 1980. You want to say 20?
Yeah, let's say 20.
Okay.
It looks like it might get there by the time the show gets before we
look
get
at the chart on this. It's just a 20-day chart.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know if this could be an IPO or something. But anyway, yeah, it might be. It may have just came out a couple days ago, but it's up 12. It's at 19. It got all the way up 28. It was up 30 or 25 points today.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, you watching this, you just have to be here and watch it. You really didn't know when to get in because, man, they were just buying this thing up.
It looks like you need stitches after watching that one.
Oh, that's a 1 minute chart too. So,
wow. Well, look at that ton of volume of buy in there. So that almost looks like they're pumping it up, and then they got up a certain height and then sold half of it off and kept half of it or something. That's a weird looking chart.
That's just a day chart. I mean, 9:30 to 11. Look at that. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Anyway, the question is, where is it going to be next Friday? There's something going on with us. It's either going to be good or it's going to be
bad. I love how you pick these stocks that we have no clue on. Now, what's really going to be amazing is if you pick it right. So what do you think?
I know.
So it's at 20. Are we saying it's at 20 now? It's actually down a little bit, but we'll say it's at 20.
We buy global. I like the global part.
All right. Go ahead.
So I think, I'm going to say, this is no advice at all, but I'm going to go 34.
Man, I believe in half of that, 15. I believe half of your story.
I'm more with you than I am with me.
Yeah, well, I like a bold guy though. If you're going to buy some, predict it high. I'm the same way with cold. I'm holding my breath on that cold. It'll get back. It's just going to be painful.
The next one will be Planter, only because of what Kathy Wood said. So this is very interesting. 116 is a good price target right now on Planter, and then Kathy Wood said that. You ever watch her talk? I mean, you ever watch her?
No, I know. I never heard of her until you told me who she was.
Oh, okay. She's really good. I mean, she's a good talker, but the way she expressed her opinion about Planter was a very professional way of acting like it's way overpriced.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So now if you look at a 10-day chart, or let's do a 20, it hit a new high. Think about the game here. It's so funny, isn't it?
Man, look at that thing. It just dropped like a rock on the.
It's ironic. It hit a highest ever. It was 125 was highest. Now it's 130. And then, 1, 2, 3, 4 days later, somebody comes out and says, "Oh, it's way undervalued." Now, how you think whoever they are, right?
We're trying to figure that out.
You think they shorted it right here? Yeah, they're holding on to it.
Somebody,
they're probably going to write it down to 108 or something.
Yeah, look at the volume on that second drop. There's not one drop, and then there's another drop. But then it sort of loaded up and then it went back up.
36 million shares right there.
Man.
17 million.
That's some big players right there. That's people. That's like Warren Buffett money.
Oh, that's our country, man. I mean, they got unlimited funds. So where's it going to be next Friday? I think it's going to be around 109. That's probably what you were going to say.
Man, that was close. I was thinking 108, but because you can see I'm not a very optimistic.
Hey, we could agree. We could agree.
No, I think I think I'd be giving up my advantage on this. I got to either think it's going to be higher than 109 or lower than 109. I got to decide that. As you can see, this thing is friggin' hard to pick.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It could be 6. This thing, when we started talking about it, was like 30. And then it was 40, right. Then it was 60, then it was 100, then it went back to 60, and now it's 130 and it's going back. I mean, it's crazy.
Oh, that 130 must have been pre-market because it's not showing.
Not showing it on there.
Yeah, it was. It was pre-market or aftermarket on earnings. Damn.
Yeah. They built that up. Somebody probably spread a rumor like, oh, they're going to have good earnings. They're going to buy. And then the whole time they're lying to you.
Oh, and the whole time we're buying, they're shorting against you.
Yeah. The whole
drop
time.
That sucker, man.
Like a rocket.
What a game.
Not only one time they dropped it, but they dropped it twice. It looks like they're setting it up for another drop. I'll tell you, this one's gotten to be like a boil and a cold situation. I wonder if there's an opposite to it.
Well, I'm saying the chart's going to look like this: 109, and you want to go 108?
No, I don't know what I want to do yet.
You could go 124.
I think I'm going to go 118.
Oh,
there you go. You talked me into that. You talked me into beating you for next week.
If you beat me, that'll be good. That'll be a good beat. But
that'd be a good comeback on it. That'd be a good comeback on it. So let's do.
Oh, it would. I'd almost bet you an 8 ball. That's going to be wrong.
Yeah, 8. Let's see what the 8 ball is going to do. We got the NAS.
What's the 8 ball say about planner, up or down?
Very doubtful down. It says down. That's what it said. So I now have to do another one for the Dow. So what's the NASDAQ at right now?
Okay. Oh, we doing NASDAQ?
Yeah, we'll do that. And 8 ball says
NASDAQ is 2,085.
All right, and then 8 ball says up. And let's see what the Dow's at. Man, it got tricky on this. That Dow did. Oh, look, now it's down 210. It's down a little bit more. So the Dow is at 41,158.
All right.
And then let's see what 8 ball says. He says, or she, or whatever this is. It's got to be a man. Ask again later. Come on, he did. See, he's still a little gun shy.
Yeah, we tell that thing we only got a minute.
Yeah, we don't have all day. It says up. Well, that's a good sign. Both of them, it says up. So that's
they're going to do a China tariff agreement over the weekend. So yeah.
I tell you,
plus it's priced in the market and they sell off.
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick about the mentality behind these tariffs and all that. Trump seems so very confident this will work, and he knows a lot more data than a lot of people. But one of the things I realized on this, you remember that little thing we had, the World War II, when Germany took on the world.
Yeah.
Who surrendered last, and how many atomic bombs do we have to drop on them to get them to quit? So that quit mentality is not there. They are willing to sacrifice their people to save their honor, and that's what I think the problem is with China. They have an economy, and it would be the same thing if our food supply got screwed up. You'd see all the looting and the groceries. It'd be awful. So those folks, a lot of them are used to working for 3-4 cents a day or whatever they pay them, and they're under the thumb of the government. It's a lot of people. 5 billion people is a lot of people to manage. So
AI, did you hear the news that in the next 20 years, AI, this guy on CNBC, John Trudy or something, but he said that AI will take out half of humanity.
What do you mean? Just like wipe them out, like Terminator?
That's what he said.
Well, I'll give you an example of it in our government. So, the toll roads. You guys have toll roads down there. You think about how easy it is for them.
I own one of them.
Yeah, you should. You are the old dude in Florida owning toll roads now. All of a sudden, well, that's a revelation on the show. I wouldn't tell anybody that. They probably come get your money. But think about it. Now you don't even have to stop. They can just the technology can, and that's just slight IA of how they use it. Also, property taxes up here in Indiana, we're having a friggin' war against them. They've reassessed my property every year. They used to not reassess properties because they had to physically go out and do it. But now they can get on the Google and run their AI on it. And what happens? They raise our taxes and they raise our tolls.
DeSantis is wanting to get rid of property taxes for good here.
Yeah, well, I wish we could get, the people in Indiana are screaming for somebody like DeSantis.
Everybody will be wanting to move to Florida.
Well, I'm going to try to spend 2 months there in January and February, so we'll see how that goes on stuff.
Well, that's what, and it's funny. I'm going to Indiana in January and February.
Well, we'll just trade houses. Your house will be trashed when you get back, but that's all right. Mine will be cleaner and yours will be worse. That's a good trade for me.
Yours will be too. Are we done with all of our picks? We are, aren't we?
We still got to do the Gary 5, so we got to run down through those.
Holy cow! We got gold and all that.
Yeah, we can run through it pretty fast.
Okay, let's do it. Gold, man, this is a long show. We got to quit talking.
It's all right. It's we don't. Our sponsors aren't going to be mad at us, and our one viewer's not watching, so they're going to have to watch it later.
All right, gold. We got gold is 33.44.
Okay. 33.44. I'm going to say, golly, that's awfully high. I'm saying 31.75.
31.75?
Yep. 31.75.
I'm going to say 34.08.
Man, that's
all right. Then we got
to get crushed right out of the gate.
DJT.
Yep. What's him at?
Oh dear, it's at 25. Well, it's 24.87.
25 is close enough.
All right. What do you think?
I'm going to go with. He's going to be a hero next week. 28.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't pick 28.
You took me right out of there.
The Democrats and these naysayers are setting themselves up. I don't know if any of our viewers get on TikTok, but they got these little chat rooms on TikTok, and it's all these people that have their little title. You're in a cult if you support Trump. All these Trump haters, and I get on there. I put on get a job, and then I leave.
They're on here too. I mean, they're so obvious. It's amazing, but
it's like, how can you? It's like giving an opinion before you see what happens. To me, that's dangerous. It's like it's like we have a banner here on the bottom that if we're trying to give an opinion on what the future is going to bring, it's for entertainment. Don't take it for. These folks need to have a banner on there. Well, if Trump's right, then our advice is not any good. If Trump's right, that's what they should have on all their disclaimers. Because
I put down 29 for that. We'll see what happens.
All right.
How about Boyle?
Well, we didn't do old dude in Florida. Why are you trying to skip yourself?
Well, do we need to do that? Are we done with that?
No, that's one of the 5. Old dude in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, Old Dominion. It's one of our 5. It took over for Spirit Airlines, and I was looking at booking a flight for Spirit for my trip in November, but I'm
old dude in Florida is 157.
Man, it's already gone up. Wasn't it at 153 when we started, or
no?
No, it's right
today.
That's what it was. That's what you guessed. 157. Man, wow. I'm gonna go. I'm going to go 161. I think it's going to go up. I'm trying to be optimistic.
I'll do 159. No, wait a minute. I'll do 163.
Okay, so if it gets above 163, you win 2. Below 161, I win 2. And that gold's going to be we got 300 points on gold difference.
Right.
All right, Boyle. Oh God, is
Boyle.
It's making my head spin. Boyle is it 60, 70? What is it now?
60. If it's above 50, we'll round it up. Below 50, we'll round it down. So we'll say it's 69.
All right, you go on this one since you're the Boyle king.
Man. I think next Friday, I just can't believe it's going to go down. I think it's going to be around 72.
Ooh, I have 57. So we are definitely a little bit. Now here's the Bitcoin is what's at 103 when we started the show, but that thing goes up and down like a friggin' yo-yo for sure.
Oh, wait, you're saying what?
57? 57, yeah. I'm hoping it goes down. I gotta get my money back on the other end.
My goodness. Hey, wait a minute. I took on a trade here. I gotta put a sell in on Big Dave. Yeah, I got it.
You gotta sell?
$23 down right now, but let's see here. I'll put a sell 161.88. Let's do 161.36. That'd give me some McDonald's money today. All right, what else we got, Boyle?
You got some money? Yeah, we got Bitcoin. We just did Boyle 69. You said 72. I said 57. So we definitely have some room right there. But
Bitcoin. Come on, baby. Show yourself.
You got too many in there. I got like 8.
Bitcoin. All right. Bitcoin.
103.
103, 120.
Okay. Man, that is a lot of cheddar right there. Man, you hit that one. Man, your picks you still get it. You get a star by your paycheck on this.
I know. One, when you hang up, you're gonna look in the mirror and think, "Dang, you did a great job."
Yeah, I'm gonna have a battered. I'm gonna feel like I've been battered. I'm gonna have black eyes.
Like, how can I be that guy?
I don't know. We'll see how I was last week. You can see how this thing turns around. So you didn't win them all. You didn't sweep me like I did you, but you almost did.
I want you to go first because you love Bitcoin so much.
I do love Bitcoin, and I think it's going to be 98,777. Ooh, I should have done 333 for the 500.
Man. We're going to be a little different here.
Yeah, I know. There's like 6,000 or whatever last time was.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say 105, 400.
Man, we definitely got some room. Let's put it this way. The Gary 5 is either going to remain the Gary 5 by a lot or it's going to be the Johnny 5 by a lot. There's not going to be any closeness here on this one. It's going to be bang.
Yeah,
so,
this is going to be good.
I think we got cold. We got to do our cold pick for the tiebreaker in case we ever have that. It's just, and we're picking that one, the exact numbers too. That's not a rounder upper.
Cold right now is 2046, so I guess we'll say 20.
Okay. Well, no, it's got to be exact. So it's at 2046. Okay. So we got to do this one exact.
Oh, 2046. Yeah, right. Okay. So you want me to go first?
You can.
Then I'm going to say 1868.
Man, I think it's going to get down to 15, but I'm not saying that. I'm going to be more optimistic. 23-33. I'm going with the 33 theme there.
23,
33.
So
Yeah, I'm thinking because I think this thing's been down to 16. Run a cold chart there for 3 months.
3 months.
Yep.
180 days.
All right, so let's see. It's been, what's this low? 1555. I think we're headed back to 1555. And if it gets to that point,
really?
I got that gut feeling it's gonna come back. So
yeah.
And you obviously think that. I'm just picking my higher number just because I'm trying to be an optimist on this thing.
Well,
I need to get it back up.
So let's look at Boyle on this same chart. It's so amazing, right?
Oh yeah, the algorithms must be just set for it.
Yeah, I think Boyle's going to go, right in here, 75, 74, and then start dropping down. So that'll put cold around 18. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you're making a good call. You nailed it last week. So
but we'll see.
I'm trying to be an optimist because I got the friggin' cold. That's my only loser. But we talk about the Silvo, and then we'll end the show. That dividend came out at $2.15 pretty much $2.16. And, it's still not, go ahead and pull up Silvo real quick and see what it's doing. It's not trading a bunch, but man, that is a heck of a dividend for a month. Every month it's been doing that. Now it hasn't performed that way. Look, there's still, I need to get that volume thing. You got the little blue volume thing on the side there. I need to adjust my chart on mine so I can tell what the volume is. But yeah, it's I think right there at that price it's for $78 and you're getting a monthly dividend at $2. It's like that's crazy. it's
yeah.
But I'm surprised it didn't go up because I had picked 79. And I thought for sure it would be that high, but it's trying. But so the dividend came out on the 8th. They don't have a set day when they put out the dividend. Some days it's the 10th of the month, but some days it's the 8th. But the pattern that I've seen is the start of the month, it'll be lower, and then it'll build up till the dividend, and then it'll sort of go down a little bit on the dividend or up, whatever it does. And then it'll go up towards the date of the dividend, which is it's going to be May 21st is the ex-dividend date. You got to own it past the May 21st. And the other good news is they pay the thing on the 25th. So it's it's got hold on.
Do you have to give them your bank info or how they?
No, it goes into your account. It just the dividend just goes. You'll just wake up on. Well, let's see. Last time I got my dividend, it was during the show of $20.
Oh, that's right.
So let me see what. Let me pull it up here on my side here, and see what. Yeah, so that's one that it pays. So it's been as low as a 36-cent dividend, but its yearly distribution is 23%. That's a pretty good return on stuff, and that's the one that Spiro. I think Spiro told me about that, and then our friend Penny told Spiro about this one. But if you want a really good, a good dividend stock, I haven't found one better than that, and it follows the silver market. So if you do SLV, what they do is they buy the colds or they manage the calls on the silver. So as long as the calls, when the calls when they put a put in a whatever you call it, covered calls. That's what it is. Yeah, covered calls.
Put going down, call going up.
Yeah, and they do the covered calls, and
you make the call on that.
And they make. Let's see what their cap is on here. They have. I don't have that info here. I should have it somewhere. Hey, what's going on here? My computer's out of control. Okay, so there's
up twice this morning. I don't know what that.
What's that now?
That wasn't in a trade.
Oh, on your. Yeah, it's been a busy day.
Yeah, it has.
So the Let's try to think what they are. Total assets. They deal with $193 million. So that's what they're not going anywhere. But and I've bought it as low as 68 and sold it as high as 82. So right now it's in a range where it could go up. I mean, it could stand to go up if they're paying $2.15 per share. That's like really good to get that. So anyway, that's a good note to leave on. So I'm just hoping we can get our picks right, our stocks go up, because you know what? We want to buy them low
and sell them high.
That is exactly right. And we will see you again next week on the Stock Market Neophytes. I'm your friend Johnny Neutral, and Gary Slim Trader, who never changes his name, but that's okay. I'll take care of all that business.
Right.
So we'll sign it off here, and we'll catch you next week at noon.
All right. See you.
So you're new to the market, and you're watching these market shows and talking to some of your friends, and maybe you listen to one of them and they say, hey, I got this great stock tip for you. Just get on board here, and we'll ride this thing together. I'll show you how to do it, and I'll teach you a few things. And you're like, okay, come on and get on. And then you get on there, and then all of a sudden the market starts going. You invest this money, the market starts going, and it's going, and you're like, I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit shaky about this deal here, and then the market starts going up and down, and you're like, hey, and then all of a sudden the earnings come out, and it's like, oh, your friend says, oh well, sorry about that. I really thought it was a good deal. I just I'll talk to you later. And then you're sitting there holding on to the horns.